to our next session, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do the level up in game-based learning. Now, exploring how the game-based learning can actually enhance critical thinking, teamwork, problem solving in a very dynamic learning environment. Now, we do hope that everybody will discover real-world gamification applications in corporate settings and learn how to design effective game-based modules. Ladies and gentlemen, our speaker today will be Mr. Amirul Faez, Head of Digital Transformation, Todak Academy. Please do come and join us. And our moderator, Mr. Sheikh Faleh, please do take your stage. Let's give them a big round of applause, and we'll give the stage to you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hi everybody, how are you today? How are you today at 3:25, 30 minutes late? I'm so sorry. Let's adapt. This is why I choose the theme adaptive. So I have a disclaimer. So don't blame me if we start 30 minutes late because of the traffic and waiting for more people to have the opportunity to join us together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Together with me is this young man. I met him after I was introduced to Todak almost a year ago. And when they want, and Todak have so many companies, gamification, game, and e-sport, and everything else. But when I was learning about Todak Academy, I find that there's a need for me personally to bring them to Indonesia, because being adaptive, especially to Gen Z and what more the Gen Alpha that is coming strongly, and I have 7 kids of Gen Alpha, no way that they are going back to books and all that. I myself is a gamer, I'm still play games, and I opened the first gamification incubator in Malaysia in the year 2000. We have mentor many game companies in Malaysia and Indonesia as well, gamifying education. In fact, one of my projects that we had in 2014, I combined a school in Malaysia, international school in Malaysia, and a game developer in Indonesia. And we gamify year 4 Cambridge chemistry. So imagine, I flung my chemistry when I'm in high school. So I know how boring it is. Imagine you have to remember the periodic table, what more, remembering the alchemy, functionality, and so on. As it is boring. So why I mentor that company is because I find that their effort, spending almost 2 million ringgit, around 700,000 US dollars, developing this game, gamifying chemistry, and why I find interesting is because the periodic table as the main focus of the gamification on chemistry, every single alchemy they create a character. Nitrogen, 1 character. Oxygen, 1 character, as an example. Nitrogen collaborate with oxygen, create a power. That's the functionality of the collaboration of the 2 alchemy. Yeah. So when I found out that Todak Academy is focused so much on gamification, I find that it's a call, maybe, that I met them. And they want to come over here. They have helped my foundation as well. And I went to their kindergarten first. They have a kindergarten. Imagine all the 4-year-old. Yeah. Telling me how this is done. I was like, wow, really? He's like, who's the teacher? The teacher or the kid? 4, 5, 6-year-old are telling me how things are done, how mathematics that they learn through games. So imagine all topic is, they have a book of course, but they have also reference. The reference is not book, the reference is the game. Mathematics, game. Geography, game. Religious teaching, game. Yeah. You know, language, game. And these are 4, 5, 6 years old. Then they took me to their college, their academy, where they focus on vocational education.
Yes.
Where the main three subject area is 3D animation, e-sport, game development, and so on. So hence why I have to invite Mr. Amirul here, the head of digital transformation of Todak Academy, to come and share his knowledge on how he developed from the education of gamification to kids, to the Gen Alpha that is coming, and how important is it to also educate and train the HR managers, the training managers in the corporate world about gamification, so that when the graduates that been produced by companies such as Todak Academy and many other universities producing Gen Alpha, you guys know how to deal with them. Because different generation that is coming your way in all these corporate organizations. So without further ado, I would like to pass the session to Mr. Amirul.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Falik. So, first of all, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Dan
applause.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. So basically, like Mr. Falik said, this is my first time on international stage. And first of all, I would like to thank IFTDO for inviting us, Todak Academy, to be on the stage to like presenting who we are and what are we on a global scale. Okay, so basically, Todak Academy is part of initiative under Todak for education. And my name is Amirul Faez, and I am the head of digital transformation in Todak Academy. So basically, my role and my portfolio in Todak Academy is basically to like do some research, designing, and also development of module that integrating game-based learning. Okay, so because in game-based learning, we can say most people, especially kids, they are playing games. Teenagers, adults, so all of them playing games. So how we can capitalize game in terms of learning? So we can use game to improve learning and also to promote learning. All right, and our tagline for Todak Academy is bridging expertise, building futures from industry to education. So actually why we are so confident that we are bringing industry to education, because as you guys maybe might not know who Todak is before you came to this conference. Maybe Todak is just, it might be the first word you heard when you come here, okay? You never heard of Todak before. Okay, so Todak basically we have a few branches, division. Okay, so we have in academy, which is academic division. We have culture, Todak culture in merchandising and also retail. We have also Todak Studios, is focusing in game development and also animation. And we have Todak Academy, which is highly focusing in education. And also we have Todak Digitech, which is focusing in IT, web development, application, software, back end, front end, all right? So, and then we also have Todak Pay, which is our currency exchange in game. So like we know that when you want to travel across the world, you need to have that country currency. But in game, if you want to play game, you want to buy something in game, you need to have that game currency. So we have Todak Pay, which is provide that service to convert, like to exchange currency from normal currency to in-game currency. All right? So my topic is level up in game-based learning. Basically, what is game-based learning? It's a learning based on game. All right, so before I start, maybe I want to show you guys a glimpse on what is Todak Academy and what we have in our academy and why we are providing something like conducive and immersive learning environment so that our student is introduced to some kind of industrial setup. So we want them to really experience and also be comfortable in the class, like what is the setup in the industry. Okay, so maybe I can go next, starting the video. So this is our corporate video, maybe focusing on what we have in Todak Academy. Can I have the volume, please?
As we zoom in on the vibrant landscape of Malaysia, we arrive at the heart of innovation and learning, a place where talent and technology come together, preparing future leaders and innovators for success. Todak Academy Sendirian Berhad, a proud subsidiary of the Todak Group since 2020, has been at the forefront of Malaysia's gaming and creative education landscape. Born from a desire to drive innovation in education, Todak Academy blends academic excellence with cutting-edge industry practices. As Malaysia's leading institution in game development, esports management, and animation, we are committed to providing the highest standards of education, training the next generation of professionals for the future of these industries. Todak Academy stands out with its contemporary and forward-thinking approach to education. Our expert faculty and team of industry professionals craft programs that go beyond traditional methods, ensuring that our students are well prepared to meet the demands of today's global economy. At Todak Academy, we focus on practical, hands-on learning experiences. Our curriculum integrates technical knowledge with real-world applications, giving students the skills they need to thrive in game development, esports, and animation. To provide the best education, we've invested in the latest technology and state-of-the-art facilities. From industry-standard software and hardware to creative spaces designed for collaboration, we ensure that our students have access to the tools and resources they need for success. In addition to our state-of-the-art classrooms and cutting-edge technology, Todak Academy provides a dedicated gaming station for students to unwind and explore the latest games during their free time. This unique space fosters creativity, collaboration, and a deeper understanding of game design and esports. At Todak Academy, we don't just educate, we build futures. With every class, every collaboration, and every achievement, we prepare the next generation of industry leaders to take their place on the global stage. Our commitment to excellence is unwavering, and our vision for the future is bold. As the landscape of game development, esports, and animation continues to evolve, Todak Academy remains a trusted partner, paving the way for our students to excel both locally and internationally. This is where innovation thrives, where creativity knows no bounds, and where passion becomes a profession. Todak Academy, bringing expertise, building futures, from industry to education.
All right, so that is our corporate video. So which is, we want to show you guys on what we have in our Todak Academy, what are we providing to the kids or to the students that enroll in our program so that they are future ready and also industrial ready. All right, so this is, of course, when we provide a facility like that, like a top-notch, cutting-edge softwares and also tools. So our vision and mission is, of course, to cultivate highly skilled professionals who drive innovation and growth. So our focus currently now in esport, gaming, and also animation industries, because we are having other Todak that is in that industry that providing us with the input from the industry to improve our program in academy. And our mission is to be the leading education hub, of course, to provide hands-on experience and industry connection. Our goal is successfully career for students. So we want to provide education a leading hub for technology and also animation. So maybe we just want to show you very quickly on what we have in Todak Academy and what our initiative to improve or to promote game-based learning and also creative and digital, what we call it, education. So we start with Todak Kids. So we have kindergarten, which is preschool, which age 4 to 6 years old, which highly focusing in game development, nature-based learning, and also Islamic values. So like Mr. Falik said just now, we try to integrate all learnings in game. So every time they learn through books or through the teacher, and then to enhance the knowledge, we want them to use game, and then gamification, and also game-based learning to enhance and make better understanding on what they have learned. Okay, so, and then we have 7 to 17, which is a kids and youth program. So this is based in our academy and also based in school, where we go from school to educate or to give or to run our program. And then we have, like, currently we have 4 programs, AI, robotics. We're just not focusing only on robotics, how to build, how to program. We integrate AI in it. Okay, and then game-based learning is actually our program consists of coding, programming, and how they design and create their own video games from basic. Esport talent development, fundamental of 3D animation. And we have 16 to 35 years old is basically our higher level of certification program, which is currently we have DKM, which is Diploma Kemahiran Malaysia, or in English we call it as Malaysian Skill Diploma. Okay, it's level 4, and also we have level 3 is pre-diploma. And for 21 years and above, we do have adult and professional program, which covers corporate training for working adults. And then we have PPA PPT. This is an initiative from our Ministry of Human Resource, where maybe you guys are like me. I'm an engineering background. I graduated as an engineering, mechanical engineering. But throughout my career, I am in digital creative education. So at least you need to have 3 years of working experience to validate my experience, and I can get the certificate of pre-diploma, which is SKM level 3. So I've been doing gaming, I've been doing visual arts for all this while throughout my career. So I just take this PPA PPT, which is to validate my past experience, and then awarded with a pre-diploma certificate. Okay, and it's recognized by the ministry. Okay, and also we have training and development for working adults, not just working adult. Currently, we're being approached by the Training and Development Institute, Banking Institute, and then we have what we call it, from the ministry itself, from the Ministry of Communication. So their creative team come to Todak Academy, and then we reskill and upskilling them so that they are well aware on what currently being using in the industry, like the AI, how to design using AI, okay, all the technologies. Okay, so our co-curriculum pillars is highly focusing on esport, because we want to build future-ready talent in competitive gaming, and then game development to cultivate technical expertise in game development and also 3D animation, cultivate artistic talent for immersive visual. Okay, so that is what we have in Todak Academy. So our main objective today is to introduce to our newly curated program, which is Todak Academy collaborated with one company, which have been in 25 years in the training industry. So we come up with a program, a new program called Jump-Starting Workforce 5.0. Okay, why the term we use is jump-starting? Because now we can see most of the organization is currently facing difficulties. Okay, like, not to say it's weak, but jump-starting, normally we have a car, cannot be started because of weak battery. So we need something to kickstart, to jump-start it, to make it start. So what we need to do is, we come up with a module, learning module or training module, consists of a few mastery, and we include AI in it. How we can improve human capital through AI. Okay, so the best part when we have a name of a program consisting words and also numbers, it looks, or we call it infectious or contagious, like the COVID-19 and the variant. So when we try to abbreviate it, JW 5.0, it makes something like, people want to know, what is it? Okay? So basically, we empower individual for Workforce 5.0, which is we are in the midst of from Industrial Revolution 4.0 towards 5.0. So now we give a name to it, Jumpstarting Workforce 5.0. So basically, our program focuses on critical skills. These are vital for evolving digital economy. So we are focusing, number one is how to come up with a XO performance teams. So XO here is not kiss and hug, basically extraordinary performance teams. So how we can build high performance and agile professional units through this training. And also, this is the best part, which is we will try to integrate game-based learning, which is we want to revolutionize education with interactive methodologies. And then the third one, of course, we want to level up training. So we don't want to conduct a normal training like we have physical activities, and then we keep using the same elements in typical team building activities. So we want to level up training through game-based learning, through our expertise in game, animation, and also game development. So we want to enhance skill through practical and engaging scenarios. So before we move on, ataupun let's say we want to move on to understand better on what is, why we need to jumpstart the workforce 5.0. So first of all, we need to understand what VUCA means. So basically, VUCA is just recently came into my knowledge when I sit down with this person, which is a guy with highly experience in training. So he introduced me, VUCA. So VUCA is a standard, I think most of you might know about VUCA, but he's the professional. He add another one, which is H, hyperconnectivity. So today's fast-evolving digital landscape demand agility. Leaders and team must adapt quickly. So this is the VUCA framework. First of all, with the existence of AI and modern technologies, okay, a lot of new softwares, new AI tools, it creates a volatile market. Okay, rapid, unpredictable changes. So this is very important how we can adapt with this kind of problems. So again, with rapid changes of the technologies and everything, it creates uncertainty. This uncertainty is very hard to predict. Okay, in some event, it's very hard for us to know what is going to be next. Okay, and again, because of evolving industries in technology, so the interconnected and multifaceted challenge increase the difficulties on how we want to overcome the challenge. And then the next, ambiguity, unclear meaning of situation, and the last one is hyperconnected. So we are now hyperconnected with the internet, with the social media. Everything is moving so fast. The information is spreading very fast. So it creates something like unstable for our organization. So when we understand all these elements, so we can create a framework on how to overcome this. So what are we doing to tackle these challenges? We call it as VUCA challenges. So Todak Academy Solution, we directly address VUCA and we leverage innovation for effective responses. So what we do actually to cater this V, the volatility of the market or the organization. So first of all, we use the element of game-based learning to create adaptive system. And this prepare for rapidly changed environment. If you guys are gamers, you guys play games, right? So in every level, difficulties changes. Okay, it's changing. And then new environment, new methods of solving it. So what you need to do is you need to rapidly adapt with the system or with the challenges in order for you to solve it and then to go to the next level. So we use this element in game-based learning or gamification for you guys to adapt with the changes and then how we can overcome the problems. Okay, and then next is uncertainty. So with the emergence of new AI tools, AI technology, so we can use AI to provide data and then to driven in decision making. This enhance foresight and strategy planning. For complexity, this is the best part, which is recently we just launched a new program in Todak Academy, which is AI and robotics. So basically we can use AI and robotic to visualize the problem. Because sometimes people not really the core problem or not know how to solve the problem because they don't know how to visualize it. So with robotic kits and AI, so basically we create a challenges and then they need to solve it and we interconnected it with the current challenges that they are facing in the organization. So basically we put a checkpoint and then some challenges. So they need to try to identify, create a program so that the robot can solve it, and then we can summarize it or debrief it during the debriefing session on how you guys solve the problem. And then we just visualize using AI and robotics. So from here, they try and then they learn how to streamline the processes and foster efficiency. So again, for the ambiguity and what we have currently in the market, so AI-driven feedback help us to remove ambiguity and also clarify human capital. And the last one is hyper-connected. So we facilitate seamless integration, digital network enables and connected ecosystem. So we need to make use of this because we cannot make this thing like a stumble block. Okay? We need to, what we call it, capitalize upon this thing. So as you can see, the VUCA world is, or we call it as digital disruption, is happened because of the AI. So in what things we can manipulate the situation where we can use AI to overcome this problem, or robotics and also game-based learning to overcome this thing. So it's like, people say like, diamond can only be cut by diamonds. So AI is being introduced and it's disrupting the digital era right now. So we're going to use the same thing, the same tools, the same element, which is the AI, to overcome this thing. Okay, so this one is very quick. So I just want to show you on the revolution of the industry that we have gone through, which is we are in the midst of Industrial Revolution 4.0 and then moving toward the fifth. Okay, this era integrates digital, physical system, and it merges AI, robotics, and automation. So, like I mentioned just now, in Todak Academy, we have AI and robotics program, and then automation is just integration in the robotics itself. So what we can do here, we want to visualize the problem so that they can solve using the kit, and then how they can come up with a solution towards the organization. So we've gone through a lot of changes in the industry, of course. So currently we are in 2025. So supposedly Industrial Revolution 5.0 started in 2020. And then where we should now implement AI, robotics, and also automation in our workstation or workforce. So if you're still not starting yet, but now it's 2025, means that you are 5 years back. Okay, you are 5 years back. So what you need to do is, we need to chase this, and then we need to make it happen, because now it's already 2025. So if still AI, robotics, and automation is not being implemented in your organization, we need to do something. Okay, so this is the imperative of automation. So when we talk about automation, some people might think, I'm not from the manufacturing industry, I'm not from logistic industry, why I need automation? So some people think automation is just robotics, how robot can solve problems, how robot can speed up processes, okay? So automation is not just robot. Now we have AI, we have cloud data, we have digital bots, we have AI agent, okay? This can be used to automate our process in the organization. So without automation, organizations face significant inefficiencies. This is what we want to overcome. Okay, these challenges hinder growth and innovation. Embracing automation is crucial for future success. So just a few elements or few key points I can present here. Actually, there is still a lot, but this is the main point why we need automation. So automation in organization or workforce is actually, it's related to repetitive tasks. Okay, so some workers or some employees are still doing it manually, and then it leads to very inefficiency. So it reduces the company efficiency because they are doing it manually. Like for example, checking emails, replying clients' queries. We're still doing it manually without using utilization of AI and bots. So of course, if you do things manually and then step by step without using any technologies, okay, so it will contribute to human error. So this human error will increase a potential for inaccuracies. And then lack of innovation. If you keep doing the same thing day after day, every day, on and on, so lack of innovation. You're just utilizing what skill you have. You're not learning something new. Okay, you're not looking for new skills to make your life easier or to make your job easier. So, and then focus on routine, stunt creativity. So means that if you're not learning new skills, officially it will stunt your innovation. And then of course, burnout and stress, because heavy workload also will impact well-being of the employees. Okay, this is the main part, which is we are in the organization. We see this kind of people is what we call it, in existence. So that it's a really relies on human effort, because they don't have the skill and they don't want to learn a new skill. They're highly dependent on other employees. So high HR dependent. HR is not human resource, not the human resource department. It's human resource. It's employees itself. So monotony. It's boring tasks reduce employees' engagement. So of course, if you are doing the same thing again and again, and you start boring with your job, and then you start looking for another opportunity. Again, a slow response because you are doing it manually, a delayed reaction to market changes. And the last part is the most important thing. A lot of, I believe, companies, top management, higher management, hate this thing, okay, high cost. So when everything is delayed and then the operation is disrupted because of all these things, it will incur more cost to solve or to run the operation of the company. Okay, so what we need to do? We need to find a solution to what the problem that we have just now. So automation tools that we can apply, and what is the benefit? So in some industry that I mentioned just now, if you are in the manufacturing industry or you are in the logistic industry, you might need robotics or advanced machinery. But like if you are in the industry of corporate, like us, academy, we are not going to use robotics and advanced machinery. So what we need is, we need an AI bot, we need more people understand on how to use AI, how to utilize AI tools, AI agent to speed up our daily tasks. So automating repetitive tasks will increase operation speed and reduce human error, of course. And then the second one is AI and machine learning. So AI and machine learning is things that is hype right now. Everyone is talking about AI, everyone is talking about machine learning. So what we can utilize or capitalize on this problem is we are using AI. Currently, we have a lot of AI still in testing mode or in beta testing. It's still in free. So we can try to capitalize using it, try to master it, and then make sure you guys can come up with something through this AI and machine learning. So in Todak Academy, we are utilizing AI and then machine learning since kids. So we have AI and robotics program. So we teach them how to use AI and how to use machine learning to do analytics and then to optimize solutions. And the last one is workflow automation. So some companies still doesn't really see this as we call it advantage. Okay? So when you have automation using AI, it can accelerate the whole process. So maybe it incurs some cost in the initial stage, but in the long run, it's actually speed up the operation process, and it will reduce the entire cost of the company. So it will streamlining processes, enhance efficiency, and foster collaboration across department. Of course, if you implement all these three things, robotics, AI, machine learning, workflow automation, it will improve the overall efficiency and accuracy of the company. Okay, so this is the journey on how we develop the GBL integrated module, which is we call it as Jumpstarting Workforce 5.0. So basically, like I mentioned, we started in 2023 in the early phase. GBL is a game development program in Todak Academy for kids. I started designing and developing this module just for kids aged 7 to 17 and also kids for kindergarten 4 to 6. And we managed to have over 1,000 students enroll in our program. And then we can see that this is very interesting and it's engaging to the students. And then in early 2024, we start the expansion phase, which is we initiate a competition platform. Just not learning what is robotic, GBL, and eSport. We provide with competition where they can compete and use their knowledge back and then earn something through competitions. And then we managed to have a national competition based on that program. So we're expanding to different age group and demographics. So basically we started in Malaysia, Selangor and KL, and then we start to go to other states, and then we're catering not only preschoolers, youngsters, teenagers, we are also catering working adults, like training the ministry officer, we are training banking staff, okay, in developing, we call it as interactive question using game-based learning. Okay, so just last year, we launched our new program. So we try to integrate physical tools, or we call it as technology, cutting-edge technology, which is we integrate AI and robotics in game. Instead of just playing digital games in a computer, in a phone, we make it happen in the physical world, which is we integrate with AI and robotics, and then we develop hybrid gamified system for enhanced learning. So when we have all these things, and then 2025 came in, so it's where we frame advanced framework. We try to develop a comprehensive corporate training framework based on game-based learning, AI, and robotics. Okay, so through this process, we come out with a module that can be run with working adults and especially in a corporate training industry. So in the future, we plan to add more what we call it technologies and tools in our module, and we plan to implementing AI adaptive learning and also utilizing XR AI environment for immersive training experience. So basically under my department, we are having R&D, so how we can integrate this thing into training and development program. Okay, so I think this is my last slide, and then I will show you guys a video on the activity on what we have with Todak staff after we come out with the module. We co-develop with another company, okay, and then we try to run it with our staff, and you guys can see some of the activities in the video, okay? So this is the key impact of GBL, AI, and robotics in training. Of course, we want the objective why we integrate AI, GBL, and robotics. We want to have a skill retention and learning engagement. We see that when we include this thing in our training, it boosts up the retention of the engagement of the participants up to 75%, because this is something new to them. Instead of just game in a computer, in a laptop, they try to have robotics and then AI things. So the engagement is very exciting. Okay, team collaboration and communication. Robots and game mission foster collaboration and coordination. So of course, like I mentioned, digital games is in the PC and in the laptop. They cannot really interact with that. But with robotics, it's a hardware, it's a tools, so they can directly hands-on on it. So problem solving, of course, with adaptive AI simulation and real-world problems. So we try to make sure they can come up with a problem-solving technique and also critical thinking. So this is the part where we want them to have a new experience where technology adoption and digital fluency. Because most of our staff, maybe in Todak Academy, we have younger staff, aging from 20, 21 to 30 plus, okay? So maybe in other organization, some employees might above 30 or might be 40 and above. So in order for them to learn new things, okay, learn about robotics, how to code, how to integrate with AI, and then this is a new thing for them. So we have a few staff experiencing it, and then this is new for them. So if this kind of program is not being introduced, I don't think they will have an experience on hands-on on the robotics and AI because they are afraid to learn new things. They are not really fluent on the digital, so they stuck with the old skill. So when we have this in our training program, actually they learn new things and new technology adoption, and it increase digital fluency of that employees. And at last, this is what we want. If you design a program, we design a module, what we want is we want to increase performance and productivity improvement. Of course, we want to see this. So again, with AI, it's not a threat to employees or employer. It's a tools to accelerate or to make sure the productivity of employee and the company organization can be improved. So I have a video, which is, this is our video of our program. After we develop the module, co-developed with one of the training company. So we try to run it with our employee and then we see the outcome. So I think without further ado, I just run the video and then you guys can.
For over 20 years, DIPTA has been at the forefront of learning innovation across Asia, transforming thousands of professionals into world-class players. Known for their handcrafted specialty learning solutions, DIPTA is trusted by top organizations for one reason: results. With over 20 years of experience across Asia, DIPTA has transformed teams into world-class performers. But when they discovered Todak Academy's unique AI approach, a new vision was born. Together, they launch a powerful new method for the modern workplace. Combining the wisdom of team development with the intelligence of machine, the 3-star method was born, a collaborative design between DIPTA and Todak Academy trainers. Personal mastery, understanding the individual. Team mastery, unlocking collective strength. AI mastery, integrating tech to accelerate growth. The outcome? A complete team-building journey, where participants not only connect better, but deploy real AI tools to solve real business problems. This is the future of learning, powered by DIPTA, elevated by Todak Academy. Team building, reinvented.
All right, so I think that's all my presentation today. So we are just making some collaboration with DIPTA. So they have all the experience in science of people performance, and with Todak Academy Digital and Creative Education, we try to integrate with DIPTA expertise and also Todak Academy expertise, and we come out with a module for our corporate training, which is a team building activity. So I think that's all from me, representing Todak Academy. So thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Amirul.
All right.
Congratulations. How do you feel?
Oh, feel relief.
Relief. By the way, let's give Mr. Amirul a hand of applause. This is his first international stage on speaking.
Yep.
Let's give him applause again.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you very much.
I told him that from now, I'm going to bring you to 50 other countries where IFTDO is. Inshallah.
Inshallah.
So you can see the the experiment that we have done successfully, inshallah. So Deepta founder is an old friend of mine. Actually, I met Dr. Prem in 1997 IFTDO, and we've been friends ever since. And I know that Deepta is a company like many other training companies or academy that already have a module.
Yep.
That already have a existing module, existing methodology, and approach towards training, but can be gamified and sync with the technology that Todak Academy have.
Yes.
So imagine, it works perfectly with Deepta and Todak Academy. If we want to be adaptive, we can't be doing by ourselves. Hence why what Amirul has shared today is a success of collaboration,
Yes.
synchronization and adaptive learning, so that programs that already been built in your company, in your country, in your organization can be gamified. For whom? For the Gen Z. For the Gen Alpha that is coming.
Yes.
It's not that they don't want to learn, but they find that it's, sorry to use the word, bloody boring. So we have to adapt.
Yes.
You know, we have to adapt. We have to know what they want. No need to know who your employees are. Just look back at your kids and your grandkids is enough on how and what interests them. So Amirul, I want to ask you a few questions before I pass to the floor. And we're going to make it quick. And for those who are hungry, I think there is a tea break after this. We're going to have a very quick tea break, but you can bring your food inside so that we can finish early before our 51-year-old tradition for our closing ceremony.
Okay.
So Amirul, share with me your experience when you synchronize the modern AI, robotic technology that you have with the old learning programs and make it new altogether with Deepta.
All right. So actually, my experience is all about kids and teachers. So this is my first time developing a module for corporate training. So when I first met Pak Prem, I never crossed in my mind that our robotics program for kids, or we try to implement it with school students, can be used in corporate training. So through Pak Prem experience in corporate training and also train all the organization. So at first, I can't see the way how we can integrate this, but throughout his experience, and then he advised me, and then also through my experience with AI, robotics, and game-based learning throughout my journey in Todak and also my previous company. So we try to to gamify the activity. Instead of just doing some physical activity like normal team building using balloons, stick, what else? So we try to integrate technology. We try to integrate cutting-edge tools, AI, so that we can align with, like Pak Fali said just now, with the current generation. Because nowadays, most organization is hiring young employees, age 20 plus. So they are from Gen Z. So it's hard to make them engage with the training if there is no tools like in their era. So this AI, this robotics and game can directly click with the training. So it's not just on the, what we call it, theory, okay, how to become good in organization, and then the implementation of AI and robotics game will increase the engagement and also the retention of that program.
Yeah, it's all about engagement.
Engagement, yes.
Yeah, it's all about engagement now. You can't be teaching them and expect them to learn anything if you use the old method, correct?
Betul.
Before I continue with my next question, may I have any question from the floor? Anybody wants to ask any questions? Maybe you want to check if you have your own training programs there. Oh, you have. Thank you, Dr. Vinay from India. No, we have a mic. Thank you, sir. Dr.
Thank
Vinay.
you. No, I was particularly amazed by the e-sports bit of your academy. And I suppose in my view, e-sports is, in future, it's going to be a big thing. So what is the prospects for general Gen Alphas boys who wants to make career in e-sports? And what is the prospects for them in e-sports in future? If you can throw some light on that.
Amirul?
Okay, so like in esport, Todak is specially known because of esport, because we have our own esport team and we have international event and we won several competition tournaments. So in how is the future of esport? So in Todak Academy, we just not train them to become an esport player, because not people are born to become a professional players. But in esport ecosystem, it's not just player. We need to have other supplementary, like commentator, like the coach, the team managers. So also we have an esport program, which is we call it as Todak Apprentice. And then we also have esport executive and esport team managers. So which is, our focus is not just to create talents in esport as a player. We want them to become maybe part of the esport ecosystem itself, which is maybe a coach, maybe team managers, marshals, some sort like that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hopefully answer your question.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else? Okay, maybe just one last question from me.
All right.
What are your plans? I heard that we've been busy going to university, going to schools in Indonesia.
Yep.
What are Todak Academy plans next in Indonesia?
Okay, so basically our plan in Indonesia is we want to make sure, we want to share with Indonesian market and what we have. So again, our expertise in e-sport, game development and animation, because we are from the industry, we don't want to keep it just in formulation. Okay, we want to bring it here for all the students and also all the universities in Indonesia. We can share with them on what we have. Because we keep upgrading our module, because we want it to be on par with the market. Okay, we don't want, like, we developed 5 years back and then we say it's a latest technology. In Todak Academy, we keep updating our module so that it's industrial standard. So that is why we try approach all the universities and some of schools in Indonesia so that they can accept this kind of approach so that we can share with them our module and our technology to them.
So not just for the students,
Yep.
also for the working adults.
Yes.
Because they are the one who have the Gen Z and Gen Alpha is coming.
Yep.
And the HR department especially need to be ready. You know, because the coming years, they'll be recruiting today, tomorrow, and day after the Gen Alpha. So before they want to train the Gen Alpha, they need to be Gen Alpha mindset also.
Yep.
You know?
Yes.
So I think that's why the importance first. The first thing is train the trainer is important.
Yep.
So we need to train the human resource managers, the training managers, and the team first before you receive them.
Yes.
I have one question at the back. Thank you very much. Can I have the microphone, please? No, we have a microphone. Come on. Thank you, madam. Yes. Ibu apa namanya? Dari mana?
Wustari.
Busta.
Yeah, I'm from Universitas Bayangkara.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. This is the first time I heard about fuka, because usually it stops on the fuka with the A, the ambiguity.
Okay.
So, but you add with the hyper connected.
Yes.
So maybe can you explain to us what is the
Alright.
reason you
Yep.
put the hyper connected?
Thank you for that question. Amirul?
Okay, so hyperconnectivity is a nowadays what we are facing, because we are hyper-connected with a lot of things, especially the internet. The internet connects everything, the social media, how we work in the organization. So what we can see, if like the organization have internet disruption, we can say up to 60 to 70% of our daily work tasks cannot be done. So because we are hyper-connected to the internet. So with this hyper-connectivity, what we can do is we can capitalize upon it. So like maybe a few tasks that is normally being done manually, we can use it, we can try to utilize technology like AI chatbot, AI generative to make our life much more easier. So hyperconnectivity, it causes disruption because a lot of things is interconnected. So how we deal with it? So because if there is no internet, some of our tasks is being blocked, something that we cannot continue. So this issue, because of the current technology, okay, because usage of current technology, we cannot avoid that. So we need to have a solution. We need to have planning for how to overcome this thing, to make sure we can adapt with this hyperconnectivity. Hope answer your question, madam.
Thank you. With that, I would like to end the session now. Thank you, Amirul.
Okay, thank you very
We're
much.
going to have a quick tea break. Please take your coffee and tea and your food and bring it back here, because I have a special surprise for you before we start the forum.
Okay.
If you remember the agenda, before we're going to start the forum with the panel, there will be an AI summary. AI generated summary. This is the first time in 51 years of IFTDO conference, we're going to have an AI generated summary, because me and Pak Prim, we together, and Pedro, come up with a team, crafted the programs together, invite the speakers, and my ChatGPT has been trained so much to be a futurist, to be a futurist, to understand the objective and the reason why we do this. Thanks, Pedro, for your team. Thank you very much. And from there, we really crafted from just a corporate university or learning organization topic to adaptive. Thanks for Pedro to remind us that learning organization is yesterday. Now it's adaptive learning. Thank you for reminding us. And we have crafted over the months, and I have personally recrafted it until the board got tired and bored of my updates of the content. But I believe that it's important to be current, to talk about topic of the future, not today. No point we talk about the topic of today. And Alhamdulillah, this is what we have done. At the same time, I have teach the ChatGPT to learn who we have invited, to learn about Mark, to learn about Pedro, to learn about all the speakers that we have invited, their background, their books or whatever. All that, then we created a script of 2 AI so-called person to converse this. And thanks to Bambang, my brother Bambang, where are you? Stand up, please. Thanks to Bambang, because I'm still learning about AI. I do not know much about this notebook KLM. And thanks to Bambang, we created a 5-minute podcast of AI. So please get your tea, Get your food, come back quickly. I'm going to start in 10 minutes before we call all the panelists. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Quick picture together of our speaker here today, Mr. Amirul Faez, and also our moderator, Mr. Sheikh Faez. Okay.